Welcome. I'm Rebecca, and today I will be guiding you through a 45-minute Vinyasa flow. We will begin with a warm-up seated on our mats, focusing on our breathing and tuning into our bodies. Then we will move through several blocks of poses designed to help us meet our edge and to work various parts of our bodies. I will offer options and variations of poses throughout. You may use blocks, a blanket, or a bolster as props, and I will cue those when it's time. As we move through this class, we will work toward our peak pose of triangle by adding to each sequence as we go. This is called a waterfall sequence. After our peak pose, we'll begin to move back down to cool our bodies down, eventually ending up in Shavasana, where we will integrate our practice. Throughout our time together, if you start to feel overwhelmed, you may always come back to child's pose or to a seated position. When we get to Shavasana, I expect everyone to stay on their mats throughout the class. But if you need to leave before Shavasana, I will let you know when the optimal time is for that. Again, I'm Rebecca, who will be guiding you through this 45-minute Vinyasa flow. And you can start gathering your props, and we'll meet on our mats in a seated position as we begin to focus on our breath. You're welcome to sit on a blanket to start class. Once you have come to your mat, find a comfortable position and begin to tune into your breath. Just notice how your body is feeling today without judgment. Notice the breath of it as it moves in through your nostrils, down into your lungs as you inhale, and up through your lungs, out through your nostrils or mouth as you exhale. There's no need to try to control your breath right now. Just notice how it's moving in and out of your body. As we begin our class today, we're going to take a deep breath in together. You can bring your hands to heart center if you would like to do that, or you can keep them resting in a comfortable position, maybe on your legs. We'll inhale together and exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale and exhale. We'll do one more. Inhale and exhale. And bring your hands back down to your knees or your legs in a comfortable position. I invite you to, as we move through this practice, link your breath to your movement. We're going to practice that right now. We're going to start by lifting our shoulders up toward our ears on an inhale and then dropping them back down on an exhale. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them back down. Do that again. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, bring them back down. One more time. Inhale and exhale. This time, we're going to raise our arms up as we inhale, and as we exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Float your arms back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, float them back down. One more time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, float them back down. You're welcome to try that 2 more times on your own, at your own pace, with your own breath. Remembering to link breath to movement. When you've done your 2 on your own, come back to center. We're going to take a twist. This time, as we inhale, we're going to keep our arms up and then twist to the left. And then inhale back to center. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left, excuse me. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. I invite you to switch the cross of your legs this time. Take 2 more twists on your own breath. This time, you can let your arms float back down to rest on your knees. We're going to take some barrel rolls or rotations, start around with our breath. Starting to the left, we're going to inhale, push forward to the left, circle around, exhale, round back, inhale, press forward, exhale, circle around, inhale, forward, exhale, back around. Let's try the other direction. Inhale back, exhale, press forward, exhale back, inhale, press forward, exhale around, inhale, press forward. You can take any extra movements that you'd like on your own breath. Take 2 more breaths, however you would like. Now we're going to take some cat-cows. You're welcome to stay seated and do cat-cows by inhaling, lifting your chest, lifting your chin, exhaling, rounding your back and pressing back. You're welcome to take that seated, or you're welcome to join me in a tabletop position, and we will be inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. If you are joining me in tabletop, you can put your hands underneath your shoulders, really pressing down into the earth. You can press down to the tops of your feet. Really feel that grounding down through your hands and feet. We're going to inhale, lift our tail, lift our chin. Exhale, round through our backs, dropping our chins to our chest. Inhale, look up, lift your tail. Exhale, round. Drop your tail, drop your head. Inhale, up. Lift your tail. Exhale, lower. Take 2 more rounds on your own breath. Remember, if you're seated, do the same thing. Look up on the inhale. Exhale, round through your back. You're welcome to take any other movements that feel good. When you're ready, you're welcome to stay seated. We're going to do thread the needle. If you're seated, you're going to take your right arm and just press it across your body. You can hold on to your arm with your left. We're going to take a few breaths there. If you would like to take the version where you're on your hands and your knees, you're going to inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, thread it underneath your left arm. You're welcome to bring the side of your head to the ground. You can leave your left arm where it is, or you can walk your left arm forward. I'm going to take 3 nice breaths here. After you've completed the 3 breaths, press into your left hand. Bring your right arm back up to the sky. And exhale, bring it back to the earth. Now we're going to take the same thing on the left. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, thread it across your body, underneath your right arm if you're on your hands and knees. Again, if you're seated, remember you can just bring your left arm across your body, hold on to your forearm with your right hand. If you're taking it on your hands and knees, you're welcome to press into the right hand firmly or walk that right hand toward the top of the mat. You're welcome to rest the side of your face on the mat. Take 3 deep breaths here. After you've completed your breathing, you're going to inhale, left arm back up to the sky. Exhale, bring it back to the earth. All right, if you are seated, I'd like everyone to join me in tabletop. We're going to begin our first sequence. So you can take this sequence in tabletop, or you can take it in downward dog. So I will cue both options so that you can feel it. If you're in tabletop, really press down into your hands, round through your back, press down through your feet. Or you can walk your hands up and push up into downward facing dog. In either position, really get your feet under you. You can pedal through your feet or rotate your hips. When you feel like you've really come into this pose, whichever variation you're taking, come to stillness. We're going to inhale. If you're in downward dog, you can lift your right leg up and step it up to crescent lunge. And keep your hands on your hips until you're ready to bring them up. If you're in tabletop, you're just going to step that right leg forward and frame it with your hands. And you can stay here in low lunge, just getting a feel for where you are. If you're in crescent lunge, lift up that back heel, really press firmly so that you can feel the energy equally in both legs. And when you're ready, everyone's going to inhale, raise your arms above your head. Exhale, cactus your arms down, really feeling your heart opening here. Inhale, raise your arms above your head. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, cactus. If you're in crescent lunge, go ahead and lean forward over that front leg. You're welcome to grab your blocks for a pyramid pose. Really pressing down into both feet equally for a few breaths. If you are in low lunge, you're welcome to take half splits, again with your blocks. And walk that front foot forward, flex the foot back toward your face. Take 3 deep breaths in whichever variation feels good today. All right, if you are in pyramid pose, you can step up through and come to a chair, and then up to Tadasana. If you are in half splits, bend back in through that front leg and come back to tabletop. You're welcome to stay here in tabletop. You can take a child's pose, or you can work through an optional vinyasa flow. If you are in Tadasana, you can breathe here, or you can work through a flow as well. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank or half plank. Exhale, lower down to cobra. Or inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to tabletop or child's pose, meeting either in tabletop or downward facing dog. When you've arrived either in tabletop or downward facing dog, reestablish your breath. We'll take it on the other side. Inhale if you're in downward facing dog, raise your left leg. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Really feel out here in crescent lunge and get the energy going equally into both legs. If you're in tabletop, step that left leg forward. Really root down through the back foot or toes and really establish your low lunge here. When you're ready, we'll inhale our arms. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. You're welcome to fold over that front leg if you're standing into pyramid. If you are in low lunge, grab your blocks and you can walk that front foot forward, flex it back toward your face. Take 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Once you finish, you're welcome to come back to tabletop or come through chair pose to Tadasana. Hands to heart center if you're standing. Again, you can take an optional flow here or stay in tabletop or child's pose, eventually meeting in tabletop or downward facing dog. Now we're going to be adding on to what we've just been working on. So we're going to inhale, right leg up, or if you're in tabletop, Bring your right foot forward, low lunge or crescent. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. You're welcome to fold over that front leg in half splits or pyramid. Take 3 deep breaths. If you're in pyramid, you can walk your blocks a little in front of you. Push off that back leg. And now you're in warrior 3. You can use the blocks to help steady you, or you can airplane your arms, or bring your arms in front of you. You're welcome to play here. See how it feels. Take 3 deep breaths. If you are in low lunge, or if you're in half splits, you can step back to tabletop and lift your left leg behind you, really grounding down through your hands, pulling your abdomen in, really rooting down through the back leg that's still there for 3 breaths. You can play here. When you're ready, you can come back to tabletop, or if you're in warrior 3, bring that back leg down through chair pose up to Tadasana, hands to heart center. Again, optional flow here, or tabletop, for child's pose, meet in tabletop, or downward facing dog. All right, adding on again. Same thing, we're going to start in tabletop. We're going to go the opposite side this time. So you can step your left foot forward if you're in tabletop, or if you're in downward dog, lift that left leg up and step it through, really balancing your energy. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. If you're standing, you can lean forward, grab your blocks, go for triangle pose. If you are in low lunge, you can walk that front foot up, push those toes back toward your face, and here you're in half splits for 3 breaths. When you've done your 3 breaths, if you are in half splits, you can walk that, bring that foot back underneath you, and then this time lift through your right leg, really balancing there on the 3 limbs. If you are in pyramid, you're going to walk your blocks a little ahead, push off that back leg. Now you can go to warrior 3. Airplane arms in front of you, hands at heart center. Again, just play. You can also keep your hands on blocks for standing L. Once you've completed your 3 breaths, bring that leg behind you back to meet your other leg. Inhale, chair pose, and exhale to Tadasana. If you're in tabletop, you can bring that back leg down, back to tabletop. You're welcome to take an optional flow here, or meet in tabletop or downward facing dog. Adding on, we're going to, if you're in Tabletop, same thing. Step that right foot forward, come to low lunge. If you're in downward dog, lift that right leg up, step it through to crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Rotate through, fold over that front leg, either in half splits or in triangle. 3 deep breaths. When you're ready, walk the blocks in front of you, push off either into warrior 3 or standing L, or if you are in tabletop, bring your front leg back, lift your left leg, 3 breaths, play here. This time, if you're standing, you're going to drop that back leg into crescent, and then rotate on that back foot to make a diagonal there. And then you're going to come up into warrior 2. If you are in tabletop, bring your leg back to meet your other leg, and then you're going to step up into low lunge, bring that back leg at a diagonal, and come up and look over your fingertips for warrior 2. Wherever you are, windmill your arms back to frame your front foot. If you're in tabletop, you're welcome to meet back in tabletop or take it low. If you are in warrior 2, standing, windmill your arms down, step up to meet your other foot. Exhale to chair, inhale to Tadasana. Again, you're welcome to take an optional flow or meet in tabletop and downward dog. Wherever you are, we're going to take the other side. If you're in downward dog, inhale, lift your left leg, step it through on the exhale. If you're in tabletop, bring your left leg forward into low lunge. If you're in crescent, go ahead, lift that back foot. We're going to inhale, arms overhead, exhale, cactus. You know now, inhale, arms above your head, exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms above your head, exhale, cactus. We're going to fold over that front leg, either in half splits or in pyramid, grabbing your blocks if needed, or if you would like. 3 breaths. When you're ready, if you're standing, you're going to push off the standing L or so warrior 3. Play here. If you are in half splits, come back to tabletop, lift that right leg behind you. Play here for 3 breaths. If you are in warrior 3, step back into crescent, and then turn your back foot to a 90 degree, or to a 45 degree, and come into warrior 2. Looking out over your front fingers. If you are in tabletop, bring your knees together. Step your left foot back up into low lunge. Swing that right leg diagonally. And now bring your arms up so that you're facing forward over your front arm for warrior 2. When you're ready, windmill your arms back around. Reframe your front foot. Step back into tabletop if you'd like, or step up into chair and to Tadasana. Again, optional flow, tabletop or downward dog. All right. Wherever you are, take a few deep breaths to reestablish yourself either in tabletop or downward dog. When you're ready, if you're in downward dog, you're going to inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step it through to crescent lunge. If you're in tabletop, you know the drill. Bring your right foot forward, frame your front foot, and then arms up into low lunge. You're going to inhale, arms up, exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up, exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up, exhale, cactus. Inhale, fold over that front foot, either in half splits or pyramid. When you're ready, you can walk your blocks forward if you're standing into standing L or warrior 3. If you are in half splits, come back to tabletop, lift that left leg behind you, play here. When you're ready, either step back into crescent and bring that back leg to a 45-degree angle into warrior 2, or step that back leg that's raised up, meet your other leg in tabletop, and then step your right leg forward, swing your left leg behind you to diagonal, up into warrior 2. We're going to exhale or inhale, go to extended side angle. So bring your right forearm to your right, top of your right thigh. Inhale, you can extend your arm. And then you can go ahead and grab your block if you're standing, or even if you're in lower warrior 2, extended side angle. You can grab your block and open up into a pyramid, straightening through your front leg. You can take the block to the outside, lift your arm. And just play here. When you're ready, you can windmill your arms back to frame your front foot. You can step back into tabletop or step forward into chair, press up to Tadasana. Again, optional flow, or you can meet in tabletop or downward dog. All right, last side here. We're going to inhale. If you're in downward dog, raise your left leg. If you're in tabletop, step your left leg forward into low lunge. Otherwise, step up into crescent. You know what we're doing now. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, cactus. Hinge forward. You can grab your blocks for pyramid or low lunge. And then when you're ready, step your blocks forward and play in warrior 3 or standing L, or bring both your legs to tabletop, then extend your right leg behind you if you are in tabletop. When you're ready, if you're standing, come to crescent, and then make your way to warrior two. If you are in tabletop, bring both legs down. Meet each other, step your left foot forward, swing your right leg to diagonal, come up into warrior two. Gonna inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, pyramid. You can walk that front foot forward. If you're in the lower version of warrior two, you can use your block. Or if you're in standing, straighten that front foot for pyramid. You're welcome to raise your arm above your head and take your gaze to look at your thumb. Display here. When you're ready, windmill your arms back around. Either come back to tabletop or crescent and then step forward to chair. Rise to Tadasana. Final chance opportunity to take a flow, or we're going to all meet eventually in tabletop or downward dog. No matter where you are, if you're in tabletop, we're going to come to a Malasana squat, so you can stack your blocks underneath, walk one foot forward, out to the side of your mat, and then just come to a seat with your feet pointed out on your mat, arms pressing into your elbows, pressing into your knees pressing into your elbows. If you're in downward dog, same idea, have your blocks handy. We're going to step to Tadasana, widen your stance, and then stack your blocks underneath you, slowly lower down into a squat. We're beginning now to cool down our practice. Stay here for another breath. When you're ready, gently press forward through your hands, lifting up your blocks. You're welcome to grab your blanket to sit on, and we're going to meet in with our legs extended out in front of us. Spine straight. We're going to inhale, arms above our head. Exhale, fold over our legs. You're welcome to bend your knees as much as feels good for you today. And when you're ready, if you would like, you may drop your head. Take several deep breaths here. You're ready, slowly roll up through your spine, straighten your legs back in front of you. You can take your right leg and bring it in front of you, or you can cross it over your left. And you're going to inhale, left arm up, exhale, grab your right arm, or put your elbow against your right leg, pressing through, and then you're going to take your right leg and twist behind you. Next inhale, come back to center. Bring your right leg back out in front of you. This time, pull your left knee into your chest. Either you can leave it here beside your right foot or cross it over. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, grab your left leg and twist around with your left hand behind you, or You can bring your elbow to the outside of your left leg. You can look over your left shoulder. When you're ready, inhale back to center and extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to change position and start making our way to our backs now. You can remove the blanket if you would like or leave it. You can grab a block. As we make our way to our backs, we're going to be going into bridge pose or supported bridge. Whatever feels good for you today. I'll cue both. When you're ready, if you're taking us to the supported bridge option, you're going to inhale, press through your feet, lift your tail up. You're welcome to place the block on whatever height feels good. And then you can just lower your hips until they're resting on top of the block. You can stay here for a few breaths. If you're taking the other bridge option, I invite you to bring your hands down beside you. Bring your feet firmly rooted to the mat. You're going to press through your feet, lift your hips on the inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take that 2 more times. Inhale, lift, press through your hands. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press through your feet, lift your hips. Exhale, lower down. You can bring your knees to your chest and rock from side to side. If you're taking the supported bridge option, go ahead and raise your hips, remove that block, and also bring your knees to your chest. You're welcome to rock side to side. When you're ready, you're going to drop both knees to the right. You're welcome to place your right hand on top and then extend your left arm and then look at your left arm. You're going to inhale when you're ready back to center. Exhale, legs to the left. You can place your left hand on top of your legs. Extend your right arm. And you can look over at your right arm. When you're ready, inhale, legs back to center. You're welcome to take any other poses that feel good today. Maybe a happy baby or whatever else feels good. When you're ready, we're going to start making our way to Shavasana, however that feels good for you today. If you need to leave, now would be the optimal time to do so. For Shavasana, you're welcome to set up in any comfortable position, maybe placing a bolster under your knees. Placing your hands on your body or beside you. Maybe you'd like to take a constructive rest with your knees knocking together. Again, arms to your side or on your body. However it feels good for you today to take. Take a moment to take whatever version of Shavasana best suits you today. And you may go ahead and inhale and exhale, relaxing every part of your body. It's time to integrate our practice. I will be here to bring you out of Shavasana when it is time. Begin to bring your awareness back into this room. You can take a few deep breaths. Maybe swallow a few times. You can bring awareness back to your fingers and toes by wiggling. Maybe you'd like to gently rotate your wrists and ankles. Perhaps you'd like to stretch long or draw your knees to your chest. When you're ready, you're going to roll to one side or the other. Take a few breaths. And gently come to a seated position. And bring your hands to your knees or bring them to your heart. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or to take them at a soft gaze. We're going to close our practice together with a deep breath. Inhale together. Exhale. Thank you so much for sharing your time, energy, and practice with me today. I am here if you need to discuss anything further. The light in me acknowledges the light in each of you. Namaste.